Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Lee Sin game, and as you can see, Lee Sin is going to jungle for us. So we are going to fast forward a little bit through this first part.
Welcome to Summoner's
So yeah, the enemy team is guarding their blue. Of course, Lee Sin is going for red, and if he's quick enough, so if he gets some help, he can actually go from quick to enemy blue, from red, sorry, to enemy blue, and catch this guy off guard. He can also, of course, walk around here and then go for these guys, or well, rather wait over here, because Nocturne will be, well, a little bit lower, and he won't have his shield for jungling. So if he can do that, then he can get a very easy first kill, and that's because he is an excellent counter jungler, whereas Nocturne is very weak at jungling. He's very good at the late game, of course, but he is not a very strong jungler. Hang on. Still had it at twice the speed, which is not a problem, I just realized, because we're just watching him get some damage into the minions, and that's not a problem. Anyway, I'm going to attempt something new here. I've been trying to come up with something new for the games from viewers, because people don't like to watch the entire game. So I'm going to do this game in, well, two versions. First of all, the long version, which is this one, and second, the short version, which is going to be in another video. And yeah, we'll just see if people would prefer it that way, so that they can basically choose. Yeah, this way, of course, I can choose the game based on how good it is. And yeah, well, no, I normally would watch it very fast first, make the notes, and then do it like the the fast version, let's say. But in this case, yeah, I'm going to watch it first in its entirety, and then see if I can actually make that work. In this case, I think I can make it work, although there are a lot of kills in this game, because I already know his end score, because he put that in the title of the video, the replay file. And all in all, yeah, that is just very convincing to me that this is a good game. Not so much a very stomp fest. I mean, we see a lot of stomp fests, and a lot of them get sent to me, so every now and then they end up on my channel. I try to make it a good selection of well, balanced games, so interesting games to watch, as well as some ownage fests, and yeah, in general, just good gameplay. And yeah, we see Nocturne coming in. Nocturne definitely gets spotted there, and he runs out. So yeah, that could have gone better if Lux didn't go that aggressive. They knew he was there, and they also knew this guy was coming up. So if she didn't go that aggressive on him, he might have overextended or stayed in that bush, and they could have engaged on him with the three of them. So yeah, I'm trying to fast forward a little bit, for the simple fact that this game is going to last for quite a long time, as you can see here, 50 minutes I think it says. So yeah, by fast forwarding I kind of remove the boring parts, and of course we get a first blood that I missed. But yeah, Orianna versus Mundo, that should be Orianna all the way until like level 11, something like that, when Mundo gets his second level ultimate and has a lot of items already, because then her harass is not going to matter at all anymore, and he can do his damage. So another kill that I missed. Unfortunately, I cannot rewind anymore, and that really sucks, because I can't really see from the minimap where the engagements are going, because people are always close together. That's kind of the crappy thing about how this minimap works now. Well, with the big coins, as they're normally called, the big round things with the faces in them, they're too big to actually see whether people are close together or not close together. Plus they overlap all the time, so I can't really see who's there. This is definitely an engage, yeah. And so we get to see one kill. No, he is going to get out, no problem. So another engage here, and they do grab the blue buff, but it's not going to stay with them, I think. Well, 4 versus 2, sorry, and no, it's not going to stay with them. Lee Sin should have just ran out, of course, knowing that it's 4 versus 2. Yeah, you're not going to get anything out of that. So a little bit of damage done to Ziggs here, but he's still okay. So we're going to be okay. So red team is going for this this dragon here, and yeah, the entire red team still alive, while well, most of the blue team was actually dead. And yeah, in this case the Mundo gets the best of that kill. And wow, Morgana, what are you trying to do? Well, she did get a kill, so I guess it worked out, whatever she wanted to do. Gets the snare on the bear snare. And is she going to, or no, he, well, because in fact, yeah, it is Lee Sin that gets the kill there. Very nicely done. And of course Lee Sin is really quick, he has high mobility. Oh yeah, he should have shot that straight away. Because delaying recalls can be a really huge deal. Especially in this kind of a situation where there are lots of minions. Because then he would have had the choice of either staying in and taking these minions, or to get out of there and stay safe. And that's the kind of choice you want people to make. Because there is no good choice in that. Because if you recall and you stay safe, yeah, you won't die, but you miss a whole lot of minions, and if you want to take the minions, then you have a good chance of killing them. So yeah, those kind of things are really important to have. The jungler comes in, and I don't know how she didn't see that, but anyhow, the jungler comes in, gets a kill on her. Yeah, I guess this ward is not good enough for Nocturne jungle, although he did not use his ultimate here, but yeah, that's why I didn't know. I didn't understand why she didn't see him. Well, maybe she just didn't see him in general. And there comes the ultimate, but yeah, almost gets the kill. Once again, Mundo gets out at very low health, and it seems that that Orianna is not winning this lane at all. Although, yeah, she should have done a much better job, and a very nice bomb there from, come on, what's your name? Ziggs. Mundo instantly melts to that damage from Morgana. Yeah, they do grab that, oh, why would you flash for that? But they grab the blue buff, and Morgana does not have anything up at the moment. Q is back up, and she is going to land this kill. Wow, actually pretty impressive. So yeah, continuing on. It seems that yeah, the Ziggs is yeah, is just hanging out in mid lane. He's trying to stay safe, of course, with his double buff, because if he gives away double buff, that would be, yeah, not very good. Going straight for him, not even pretending to go for anything else. And Morgana should have just picked up the minions, but instead she's going to lose all of the minions, and yeah, not land this kill either. Because, well, this guy picks up the kill, but There we go, getting the kill on Nocturne here. Come on, guys. Oh man. Lux, why did you run out? Oh, Lux not getting the snare off. And I was assuming that would be snare into snare. And yeah, they had 2 snares available and missing an other ultimate and then the Lux ultimate. Wow. Not going as well as it could have. So anyhow, bottom lane is Teemo against 2. That's not good for Teemo, of course. But we are just fast forwarding through this laning part. It's a little bit of harassment attempts going off, but not actual harassment. And Teemo gets spotted in that bush. So let's see up top. Yeah, it's this is I think the problem, that why she's losing that lane. She's not hiding behind her minions enough. And let's see. It seems that Lee Sin took quite a bit of damage there, but he is going to stay alive. And yeah, taking out 2 mushrooms because the mushrooms are way too close together. I guess it's one of those Teemos who never reads the skills and doesn't realize that you can't get poisoned twice. Yeah, this is an easy kill, come on. Yeah, there we go. That was of course a very easy kill, and yeah, there was no way they were going to let that go. But it was just as easy as the previous kill on Nocturne, which they didn't get, so they could have still messed it up, I guess. So yeah, Mundo has his ultimate up. It is level 2, so by now the Orianna will be in some trouble. Let's see, she's at 87 versus 76. She is a little bit ahead, 11 minions. And this guy going for Force of Nature first, that is probably the worst item you can go for first. I mean, Boots level 1 would be a better item to go for first. But Force of Nature really doesn't do anything yet. Restores 29 health every 5 seconds. That's nothing. You should go for health first if you want to go for that Force of Nature. Because by going for health first, you you just have an incredible amount of regen on your ultimate, as well as on that Force of Nature. But now he doesn't really have any additional health, so it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, 5 health per second, or 6 health per second. So blue team picks up the dragon here. They finally realized it was on the map. No, they lost the first one because of the situation they were in. They lost a bit of control there. Come on, Lee Singer. No, he's going to miss his Q. Well, not actually miss it, but it's not going to hit either because he was out of range. So yeah, Lee Sin just picking up the red buff here, and it seems that the mid lane, wow, has a little bit of a fight going, as well as this side has a little bit of a fight going. Come on, do some damage, Orianna. Wow, the rest of the team, why did they back off? They could see him running here. So yeah, the ultimate gets used, and yeah, an ignite, that's not going to do anything. Ignite, by the way, is not a good way to deal with Mundo. It only takes away 25% of the ultimate. It takes because the ultimate lasts for 10 seconds, your ignite lasts for 5, and it takes away only 50% of the healing. So basically it takes away 25% of the total regen, and that just isn't a whole lot. So the much better way to deal with Mundo is just to out-damage him. And yeah, don't just rely on an ignite and hope that it will kill him, because it won't. he will still heal a crap ton. And especially if he builds correctly, which this guy isn't doing, then it really doesn't matter even to him. I mean, that little bit of damage, yeah, who cares? And that little bit of regen you prevent, yeah, who cares? Oh, both of them missed their snares. Wow, both of them missed the snare, and yeah, otherwise that would have been a sure kill. So, oh no, I thought she was AFKing, but yeah, it seems that Timo hasn't been doing a whole lot. Well, he hasn't been in the fights that I've been watching a whole lot, so that's why I kind of miss him. Oh, the shield absorbing that, but oh man, Mundo taking a lot of damage there. She misses the ball and therefore cannot follow up on it. Come on! Why would you throw that in between two champions? So Ziggs gets killed. An excellent choice in target, of course. As he is a very good target. So yeah, we're just stealing the blue buff once again. And Annie is just yeah, getting unstoppable. 6-1 now. We have a 5-2 on Morgana, 3-2 on Lee Sin. So we have some pretty big numbers as well, but not 6-1. I mean, 6-1 is pretty ridiculous. Yes, guys, there's someone coming in. You just placed the ward. How about actually spotting them? Oh man, Annie does so much damage. No, it's not going to matter. Annie just does a lot of damage and then runs out because nobody is able to deal with her for now. And she is going AD. AD Annie. Wow. AD Annie is such a crappy build. It does work because it has a stun and well, it has a lot of extra damage from the skills, but yeah, it's really not as good as other builds are. And I don't know why you would pick AD Annie over any other AD. She has a pretty long range attack and the stun is pretty nice, but yeah, it's not like the greatest, and she could have had so many more kills. Of course, a little bit of damage, of attack damage on Annie is pretty nice. So going for like attack damage runes or something like that, that would actually be very good. Because it will own in mid lane. People will not expect the damage, and especially because you have a long range. You will be able to last hit pretty well, and you will also be able to harass pretty well. So Mundo almost gets killed here, but it's not good enough. Mundo is going to get a kill, and well, Ziggs picks up the other kill. Morgana has a Rod of Ages now, and this guy is dead as well. Yeah, there we go. There was really no way for them to survive that.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So yeah, another turret goes down. By the way, for Annie, that Q also helps out a lot. The fact that you can freely farm minions with that is awesome as an AD carry. Because hitting those or getting the last hits on those minions is always pretty difficult in the beginning of the game, and that Q at levels 1 and 3 would be awesome. Well, 1, 2 and 3, yes. But at 1 you pick the Q, at 3 you pick the Q again, and then you just get a whole lot of damage done on the minions with that. So it helps you last hit if you don't want to go for that attack damage setup. So if you don't want to go for attack damage runes. But if you go for attack damage yeah, on her anyway, then by the time that your Q becomes less efficient, which is like level 4, 5, yeah, you will have some AD anyway. So you will have your first item. And I don't know where to look here. There's a lot of fight going on. And are they going to catch the Annie? No, Annie is still alive. And oh, come on! Wow, there we go, finally. Getting a lucky shot off there with Lux. But I think that Singularity was already there. Very nicely done. They finally pick up some nice kills. And they are still 3 kills behind, by the way. And quite a few gold. Quite a bit of gold, I should say. Yeah. They should really go for the bigger... wow, how did he get here? Does he have teleport? Yes, he does have teleport, but he didn't teleport in. He just ran in. Mushroom! And that's why you have mushrooms on your team. Wow, so much damage. Yeah, the Mundo Cleaver does a crap ton of damage. So he's finally going for the useful items. Boots level 3 are not, level 5 sorry, are not useful, by the way, on Mundo. You shouldn't go for those. You should go for some tankiness, because you're going to have a crap ton of health. So you should have something tanky. You can also go for the Sorcerer's Shoes. I like to go for the Sorcerer's Shoes because his Q does magic damage. And if you can keep that magic damage alive in the late game, that is awesome. So another kill there for Morgana this time, which is kind of surprising, but... And there we go, the Lee Sin getting another kill. So we now have 6, 6, 3 and 1 against 7, 5 and 5, so we are still behind on those kills. But yeah, well, it's all about Annie on the enemy team, it seems. She's 8 and 2, although Mundo and Ziggs are also doing pretty well in the kill department. But of course, dying 7 times means that in the late game you're not going to be that useful, because, well, you're dying too quickly. And of course you can fix that with items, but normally it's about your playstyle and not about your character. Come on, get the Annie! Free Annie kill! They're not going on it. Annie flashes away. Lots of damage going. Yes, she lands the Q. Morgana has been really good about landing that Q. And she's not going to get out of this though. No. So yeah, we do have a pretty interesting fight here. Yes, I know there's a fight going on in the mid lane as well, but this one's more interesting. And finally we are able to go on to this fight. I completely missed ultimate there by Ziggs, and Mundo is going to get out of it. Yeah, they do have to watch out for that steal. It's not going to happen though. And come on, go for the Ziggs. Yeah, let's just go and kill both of them then. I mean, might as well. I don't know why they came in and didn't run out after the red buff was done. They could have seen that they were only going to grab 1 kill and then trade 2 for that. And a 1 for 2 trade is never what you want. Never, ever, ever. Ever. And now someone comes up with an exception, but I don't really think there's an exception. Because 1 for 2 trades are always bad. Even if you kill someone that has like a legendary killing spree, it is still bad. Although you do get equal in gold then. Assuming that you don't have a killing spree. But yeah, you lose pushing power by having 2 champions dead. You lose, yeah, well, map control in general. And of course you give people the opportunity to go for Magi Soul Stealer. So yeah, Magi Soul Stealer on Lux. She has 2 stacks on it. So it's not really useful yet. But since she is kind of a support here, well, not kind of a support, she is the support. Yeah, she is going for the most efficient item to get some AP going. And oh, Morgana actually going to get out of here. So yeah, the mushroom slowing them down. And come on, Lee Sin, get the damage done. You know you want to. There we go. The 6 is dead. But the Oracles actually survives. Wow. You got that that amplified damage on that one, on that last one. So yeah, the fear goes off, and is he going to be able to do anything here? I don't think he will. But well, maybe. But yeah, he's already behind, or already in turret range. Yeah, not going to be able to do anything here. Annie's still working a lot with her skills, which is kind of surprising because, yeah, well, AD Annie normally doesn't work with her skills that much. Because skills take time, and in that time you're much better off using your just auto attacks. Of course, if you can get a stun off, that's a different matter. And Annie is 9 and 4 now. And come on, yeah, AD Annie should still die pretty quickly, but yeah, well, she does have some lifesteal going, and that makes that she even she stays alive with lifesteal. And yes, you can go AD on any character, by the way. I already discussed that at some point. That's the way this game was set up in the beginning, and it doesn't work like that anymore in the beginning. So all of the initial characters, the ones they stole from Dota, all have AD and AP possibilities. So you can go AD and AP on them. Well, you can go AD on anyone. But then, for example, Master Yi and Tristana, those are excellent examples of that. You can go AP on them. Ashe is the only exception, I believe. Warwick also is also one of the early champions. And you can go AD and AP on him as well. So that's kind of the way it was set up in the beginning. And then they had the hard carries, which were like Annie, which also came from Dota, by the way. The hard carry principle is that you can only go one build on them. Well, not just the one build. You can only just... You have to go damage on them because the damage is so efficient. And that's, for example, on Ashe, because with that slow and that stun, Ashe is pretty much, well, one of the best champions in the game. Well, up until they started making OP champions just for the fact that they could sell them. But yeah, she's still pretty good. She's still played quite a lot, and not just because she's cheap, but because her skills are so good. Even though they don't add any damage, and I mean the Hawkshot doesn't add damage, the slow, the Q doesn't add damage. Only the volley kind of adds damage, and the ultimate adds some damage. But the ultimate damage is really not enough to, well, to even consider. It's more about the stun anyway. So yeah, it seems that the red team has a firm grasp on this game now. They are pretty far ahead still, 5k gold. 5 kills ahead, and yeah, they have a firm grasp on everything. They have all the lanes pushed, they take all the dragons, and well, Lee Sin got one, I guess. So yeah, the enemy team really not able to do a whole lot about that. Well, the blue team, that is, not able to do a whole lot about that, and yeah, they're not going to be able to catch up with that guy. Just running behind them, it's really no use. And yeah, they're going to get out. Mundo by now will have decent items. Yeah, still the level 5 boots, don't really like them, but well, no, it's not that I don't like them, it's more that I hate them, because they're so useless. I mean, Mundo doesn't need extra movement speed. He has his ultimate if he needs movement speed. Plus he should have, instead of just teleport and ignite, who the hell goes teleport ignite on Mundo? He should have ghost at least, and something else, I don't really care what else. Exhaust probably, just to make sure that he can stick to his target. So yeah, the guy with the smite comes in, but he doesn't have smite up for the moment. So who gets it? Someone gets it. Oh, Morgana gets it. Bye bye. Oh, Mundo just thinking that he is invincible. It's just, yeah, he is pretty much invincible because there is no real way to deal with high amounts of HP with a good amount of armor and magic resist. Oh yeah, let's triple ward it, guys. So yeah, the oracles needs to be taken out here, and they did see them coming, but no reaction yet. Yeah, this is not good. This is definitely not good. They saw that the red team was coming with their ward at the Baron, but they could have figured from that they were coming. So the snare goes off on Nocturne. Nocturne is going to die here. Yep, there we go. Ziggs is going to die. And come on, get this guy as well, because this is the most important one. No! She threw him in the direction of the turrets, and Lee Sin needs to watch it. He's taking a lot of damage from the turrets. But he is going to be okay. Wow, that was a lot of damage from the turret. I don't think anyone hit him even. It is just a whole bunch of HP and armor, and he is well, equally tanky as the Mundo. I think they have about the same amount of HP, and they have the same amount of armor and magic resist levels. It's just that Mundo gets all of that regen from his ultimate. Lee Sin gets damage. So yeah, it's kind of a trade-off, I guess. But it does work for Lee Sin, because Lee Sin's damage, especially on his Q, is mainly based on that percentage damage. So percentage physical damage, 8% of the missing health. So, and yeah, you can do quite a lot of damage with that on someone like Mundo, who is building a lot of HP. Even more boots of mobility. Wow. Boots of mobility is so useless. They're useful for roaming champions. So champions that are running across the map the entire game. Not for champions that go in lane or try to steal something from the enemy jungle. So anyhow, we see them, the red team going for dragon here. And are they going to... No, they're not going to be in time. Dude, it's already done. Don't run in 1 versus 3. Yeah, they are going to take quite a bit of damage there from that Morgana ultimate. As well as the Orianna, who was doing a lot of damage. And yeah, Lee Sin just won't die. He's had enough of dying. He says, I've died 4 times already, screw you guys. Just going to go all in on this, and well, no! Oh, kicked him over the edge. I don't know who threw him over the edge, but I think that was the kick. No, the kick actually was earlier, it seems. Maybe it wasn't. And an ace! So that was an ace for 2. Excellent. So Orianna going for the unholy grail here. Which is excellent. It has some magic resist in it. Has a lot of mana regen. And yeah, it makes that you can go for a lot of damage on the rest of your items. You don't have to worry about mana anymore. You do have that defensive item. At least a little bit defensive item. And that is of course excelente. So man, this is going to be a long game if I want to do the play-by-play on this. But yeah, I might actually try it. Not sure yet. Because yeah, I want to try it, but I didn't realize that how many well, kind of parts of the game I would need to include. And of course the shorter games are easier to do that. And if someone only gets like 10, 12 interesting situations, it's a lot easier to deal with for me than to have this huge game, because it takes me a long time to get all of those lined up. And well, you have to record them first, and you have to compile the video, make the commentary, recompile the video, this time with sound. And all in all, that's just a whole bunch of work. So we'll see. I'm going to try it for this video anyway. So yeah, the red team got an excellent team fight off there. But are they going to be able to do anything with their advantage here? Yeah, let's just kill the Mundo. No, they really can't kill the Mundo at this point. They have to go for someone like Ziggs. Really would be useful if they went for a similar system to Heroes of Newerth on the health bars, by the way. They have, or is that Dota 2? I forgot. I think it's Dota 2. They have like the 1000 blocks first. So first you see well 3000 blocks, and then they have 100 blocks. So you can easily see from that someone has, for example, 3000 health or 2500 or something like that. Now it's just the difference between this amount of health on Alistar and the amount of health on for example, Mundo. You can't really see that from the amount of lines, because, well, the lines are just close together. That's all you can see. You can't really see whether it's 2400 or 3500, because I think that's about the difference between them. I can't really read it, but don't really care either, so that kind of makes up for that. But this guy, for example, has 4100 health, and it looks kind of the same as Alistar's health, who has 2800 health. So yeah, you can't really see the difference between those. So yeah, lots of damage going off by Lee Sin here, and of course, well, the rest of the team also does a lot of damage, but Ziggs does a crap ton of damage with that ultimate, man. He has 542 AP. That of course is going to help him out quite a lot. Our Morgana here has 400, well 391. So she is a little bit behind on that. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, getting 2 Warmock's armors, really think that's useful. You're going to die anyway to physical damage because you have no armor. So the only guy that can deal with Dr. Mundo in general is the AD carry. So going for magic resist is not super useful on him. But going for armor on him is always very useful on him. And this guy decided, well, no, I want to go for this because it has regen. Just completely disregarding the fact that the magic resist is kind of wasted anyway because, well, nobody can deal with him, or no AP can deal with him anyway. Oh, come on. You understand why this resets, I hope. So bad. Yeah, so the red team goes for the Baron here. Yeah, it's too late, guys. It's too late. Oh my god, they killed the Baron. So yeah, it's still going to it's still going to be a fair fight here because now that they're equal in gold again, this team is 5 kills up, so they think they're ahead, and it's all about where you think you are, because you will play differently if you think you're behind, because people will not play as securely anymore. But once you think you're ahead, of course you're going to play a little bit better, just to make sure that that you actually get that win, and you play with more confidence, so you automatically group up and things like that. And wow, a lot of damage everywhere, but so much HP on everyone. Slow goes down, and yeah, Ishirelias didn't do anything. And that is how you do that, to jump to the ward, guys. Yeah, so Teemo takes care of Mundo, and there you can see he has no armor. No armor. I mean, it's 86. That's his normal amount. And yeah, therefore he gets killed by Teemo, and Teemo is the only one who can deal with him anyway. I mean, Teemo has the damage to deal with that, with any amounts of damage, or any amount of HP. It doesn't matter. As long as you stay in range long enough, he can deal with it. Same goes for Annie in this case, because it's AD Annie.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yeah, AD Annie, yeah, it keeps being a kind of a strange build to see, but it's interesting.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Wow. All the way over there, really? I don't know why he tossed it over there. That was kind of pointless. People weren't there yet, and they could easily see that coming. And that's of course with the Ziggs ultimate. It takes a long time for the projectile to get there. So if you throw it too far out or in too much of an obvious spot, people are just going to run out of it, because the range isn't that good. It's like Pantheon's ultimates. Most people will run out of that in time. Lee Sin just going for everyone. Flash from Annie is pretty nice. And yeah, going for the Annie, of course. The Annie is the one with the most damage. The headbutt over the wall here. Oh, that was so close. But yep, not good enough. Come on, Teemo! No! Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, she cancelled it. But he could have easily taken her out, especially with that. Yeah, there we go. With that blind, he can easily take her out. Yeah, we are currently legendary, 17 kills. And yeah, they're going to grab this kill as well. As long as Teemo stays alive, they should be able to do this. Well, Lee Sin does physical damage as well, so it's all good. And yeah, Mundo going for another Giant's Belt. He really doesn't realize how this game works. He really doesn't understand that he's getting killed by physical damage all the time. Even though you get a death report or whatever it's called. Yeah, you need to check that. And if you see that most of the damage is physical, then you should realize, hey, oh yeah, right, I'm Mundo. I do have an incredible amount of HP anyway, and HP regen, so there is no AP carry that can actually handle me in the late game. So would be better to just focus on the AD carries. Get something from that. Of course, going for I guess Mundo is the only champion in the game which I would say what's it called? The one that damages attackers. Oh, come on. I forgot. I really forgot. He will probably go for it. In the end. Yeah, but it's the only champion where that's useful on. The one that damages attackers for when they for like 30% when they attack you. So yeah, this guy is pretty dead. Really nowhere she can run and no way she can kill these guys. Oh, does a lot of damage to Ziggs though, which is excellent. And another death here. Yeah. Going one-on-one with Morgana. Yeah, that's not going to work as AD Annie. It's going to work as AP Annie though. So another Ziggs death. Man, I can't believe that I can't remember the name of the armor. Well, never mind. As I said, Mundo will probably go for it eventually when he notices, well, I'm losing a little bit too much. He's 10 and 12 now, so yeah, really not very useful anymore.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
It's yeah, it's the one with cloth armor and chain vest. Come on. I can't believe I can't come up with it.
Red team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
I know he's going for another Warmock's armor. He really doesn't realize what he's doing wrong. That's so funny. Anyway, they get the kill on the Nexus, and yeah, very very well played on the Lee Sin part. 195 minions even. That's the second best on his team, and yeah, that is pretty impressive because he hasn't spent that much time in the jungle. Wow, just wow. Early game was really bad, and then they came back and just completely dominated. Yeah, it was mainly that Mundo screwing up, and then Annie completely getting taken out because she had no protection. Nobody was protecting her. She didn't get a defensive item, and all in all, it's just not good enough. I mean, they had Mundo, they had Alistar, and they had Ziggs. Oh, and Nocturne, by the way. All of them can protect her pretty well. But then, yeah, going for the Blood Razor without magic penetration, that is a useless item. Yeah, this guy going for all kinds of crap. 2 times the level 5 boots. It's just not good builds, and that's the main problem here. So, oh, that's pretty cute. She was going for the hang on, Sheen into Lichbane. That's pretty cute. That would have worked out really well. Although a defensive item on her would have been nice, but I think Lichbane would have been a nice addition as well. She didn't die too often. 12 and 12, so she did die regularly, but not too often. Considering that they started off losing. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!